Hello and welcome back to the Dream League Season 13 Leipzig Major Qualifiers. We are now down to the very last game in the group stages, and it's Alliance versus Team Secret battling it out for that top seed. Team Secret still need to win this game if they want to take the top seed. Meanwhile, Alliance, they would be happy with a draw, but that means they also need to win this game, so it essentially comes down to one more match. The easier teams and your casters for this one are going to be myself, Nomad, joined by Kips. Kips, how are you doing?
Oh, I am doing very well. I am just enjoying these mind games here right now because you can see Puppy just waiting. He's thinking. He's probably trying to get the puck through the draft, if I'd have to guess. And Alliance took out the Tiny, which means that they'd have to choose between either Venno or TA if they want to ban the same heroes again.
Yeah.
But if you're going to let the TA through, you kind of want to let the Venno through for yourself. So I imagine neither of those two is going to get banned by Alliance. They're going to take something else. And Secret could look to, for example, ban out, well, what has Alliance done earlier? They've drifted on the Shrek a lot. I've seen a lot of abandoned plays. Take out the Omni Knight instead, which is interesting because that's something that they themselves have been playing more than Alliance.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, puck through the draft. Alliance, are you going to let it happen?
Yeah,
Secret's got the first pick, and I'm sure they're going to take it.
It's very scary right now, but at the same time, like, the Weaver was really strong last game. I don't think you want to ban out OD, and to be honest, the Weaver was only strong because they didn't really have much lockdown to deal with him, so Matthew just felt like he could do whatever he wanted once he got a couple of items online. Alliance do have to make a decision right now, though. TA, Puck.
Yeah, the big choice is TA or Puck here.
Oh, Venno factors into it as well. They banned that one last game as well, so one of their other tier 1 picks. But yeah, I mean, Alliance this time around, you know, you drafts need to be a little bit more well-rounded. I think Beastmaster's really strong when you
have you recovered from the previous game yet, Nomad?
I'm just worried is all. I'm just concerned, you know. I just want to see some nice stunning heroes, some nice kind of. I'm sure there's more to it than just the lack of stuns, but it certainly did highlight that issue in Alliance's draft that they couldn't actually stop that Weaver from just running them down. It felt like so. We'll see what they go for, but look at this reserve time. Just both teams just spending so much time on the drafting phase, on the banning phase of the draft, in fact.
Yeah, I wonder if they couldn't have mitigated that a little bit by taking more time between the maps, but apparently both teams just felt like it was go time. Let's get this over with.
Rip the band-aid off, say Alliance, but no, hopefully they are in good moods to try and take down, and they will get rid of the puck. So, Team Secret, TA or Venno? Or something else entirely different. I mean, this is Puppy we're talking about here. You never really know what to expect.
His first pick Rubik this entire qualifier, basically, so he can totally go for that if he feels like it. It's just that a lot of the heroes that he combined it with before are not in right
10
now.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, there's a few other heroes. I mean, when you look back to the first bans of last season, we're looking at the Conker still hanging around. He's been super annoying. I think Tiny was still pretty popular. But mostly things are a bit different now. Like the Abaddon's nowhere near that popular, and Team Secret just going straight back in for the Beastmaster. I'm not remotely surprised either. This hero seems super strong.
Yeah, can't complain. I'm always on the Beastmaster fan train.
10 seconds remaining.
Man's got a BKB piercing stun. He provides vision for free.
5 seconds
on top
remaining.
of that, he just does really well against a great diversity of lanes. And you can solo lane him or tri lane around him. Nothing's going to stop it. So, Chen from Alliance this time. No more IO. This is what we've got to move our heroes across the map. We've got some pushing potential now. I always like Alliance more when they have pushing potential.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have something to push with, something to play around and take objectives with. It just generally makes playing your game so much easier.
10 seconds remaining.
And Chen just combos up very nicely with a lot of heroes right now. I mean, I think the craziest one I've seen is definitely the Huskar from earlier. I mean, Chen Huskar was absolutely mad. He had about 220 HP regen about 20 minutes into the game. It was Pretty berserk. Of course, that is a result of his passive, obviously, when he's low on HP, but still, it was weird to seeing people unloading right-clicks into him, and he's just like, oh, I guess I just live. They'll go with the Tusk to back this up as well. I think this is a fantastic choice here. This is going to change up their pace dramatically from the last game. Tusk is a
10
hero you can just easily
remaining.
play around. You want a ganking partner, Tusk is the best ganking partner going.
5 seconds
Snowball,
remaining.
shards, tag team, just about everything lends himself to being the perfect buddy, and also works very well with Chen as well with the tag team, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yep,
Although
so
that said,
they're
they
ready
stopped
to
it a long time
trial
longer.
if necessary.
They stopped the tag team working with summoned units or like
Secrets turn
player
to
units a
bad.
long time ago, didn't they?
Ooh.
That was pretty disgusting with Beastmaster back in the
was.
day. But Elder
I-
Titan.
So, Matu has been playing this core.
Don't get everybody excited, Kips.
I'm getting me excited. Like, I've seen him take down a Bane in 3 shots.
10
It's
seconds
just
remaining.
as if he stepped on him. It is beautiful.
5 seconds remaining.
You know, I like Alliance, but I was Matu's like super mod back in the days when he was just, Matumba Woman streaming. I want to see that man conquer the world. And right now, Elder Titan, be still, my fangirl heart.
Well, no promises just yet, but to be honest, I haven't seen Elder Titan at all right now, and if he's not being played as support, well, he hasn't been playing as core either,
Alliances
so
turn
it
to
could
ban.
be anything. And they'll take the Abaddon out of the pit. Great hero, does wake people up, gonna get people awake from that roar as well, so very nice idea to get rid of that Abaddon Alliance next.
Yeah,
With the
grabbing
band.
Purges out. I could see them taking out the LC next as well. It's that's a 33 special.
10 seconds remaining.
And I gotta say, this Elder Titan pick, I ended the
5
task with
seconds
they're ready
remaining.
to tri lane now. Team Secret says the same, right? You want to tri lane again? Let's go. Yapsor is definitely also an Elder Titan player. He loves that hero. Although, of course, he can't go in with that as much as he normally likes to. He has to wait a little bit. So we might just be seeing some more tri-lane on tri-lane action here if Alliance picks up this gauntlet.
Yeah, I'd be a
Team
little bit
Secrets
surprised
turn
if we
to
didn't see
ban.
the tri-lane on tri-lane happening, just because it's something which Alliance have stuck with for such a long
Alliances
time,
turn
for
to
at least throughout
ban.
these entire qualifiers. I don't think I've seen a game where they haven't tri-laned. And Secret seem happy to answer it, so I think there's going to be both teams just trying to find the better tri-lane and see what happens. But maybe Alliance get the advantage, or maybe they're trying to think around doing dual lanes instead this time. I don't know how Chen Tusk works in the tri-lane. Sounds okay.
Yeah, it's more of a 2.5 lane anyway, right?
10
And
seconds remaining.
if you manage to go 50-50 with a Chen Tusk lane +1,
5
then you're
seconds
winning because the
remaining.
Chen's getting some shit out of the jungle. So, I can see it happening. And I like, by the way, that both teams are banning out the very elusive carries here. Both of them realizing that there's no real
Alliances
hard
turn to
point
pick.
and click stuns on their lineups just yet.
Well, I mean, you got the Beastmaster rule, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, that was a little hard to call reliable. It's gonna be on CD a lot.
Yeah, that's certainly true. Long cooldown definitely makes it a big commitment at the very least. So, Alliance,
10 seconds
first
remaining.
pick of the second phase now, and they need to start getting either some cores on board
5
or
seconds
they're doing something
remaining.
crazy. So, I would like to see something they can just
Team
play around very
Secrets
easily.
turn to pick.
There you go.
There's a
Leshrack's
Lash.
definitely that. Going to give you damage, going to give you pushing power, going to give you a bit of lockdown as well. Works very nicely with Tusk. I do love this lane. Tusk Leshrack, if they're going to run it, obviously they've still got their options open with the Lesh. He can go mid, or he can go safe with the Tusk. And just have some fun. Throw some shards, throw some split earths, get the damage out. Very, very
Yeah,
fun lane.
all 3 cores on Alliance can
10
play this,
seconds
which
remaining.
is and all 3 cores on Alliance, by the way, is one of the things that I like about their lineup.
5
Can play
seconds
tempo.
remaining.
So this is a
Turn
great
to
pickup
pick.
for them, and it's hard to react to that. So yeah, Team Secret are just going to go with internal synergy. And I've mentioned that before. If you can't exactly react to the opponent again, you got to look inside and look at what do I still need and how do I get that with like the most internal synergy as possible. Beastmaster, double roar, that's the stuff right there. So Puppy just picks up that
10
Grimstroke.
seconds
Now you can
remaining.
push out lanes with that support as well. And most importantly, it still
5
doesn't
seconds
reveal
remaining.
what this Elder Titan is going to be exactly.
Yeah, that's a big point as well. As you say, this could be an Elder Titan playing in the carry, and to be honest, Grimstroke's usually in that 4 role, so it's either going to be Elder Titan 5 or Elder Titan 1 at this point. So I will be very impressed if you're right. So Alliance now having to answer what they're putting down. Again, neither team having much reserve time left. Alliance down now to the final 10 seconds.
Turn to pick.
Alright, they'll just take the nice stable offlaner. They'll grab the Brew for 33. Nice teamfight controller, can really kind of stop a team's tempo if they start getting too snowbally on you. You just put the Brewmaster in the front lines. He's always going to be able to get that split off. Well, most of the time anyway, provided he doesn't get roared and silenced. Should be okay for a Brewmaster game.
Brewmaster is a
10
very
seconds
proficient
remaining.
solo killer as well. Like if you are up 1v1
5
at
seconds
a
remaining.
an outpost fight versus a Brewmaster, you are not going to be happy. And he has a ton of time to bring backup in as well with just keeping people in the air with his cyclone, as well as being able to stun afterwards. It's somewhere like 6 to 7
Alliances
seconds of straight
turn to
disable.
ban.
Disgusting. Now
It
the
is disgusting.
Gyrocopter comes out for Team Secret. Nice, straightforward carry. And, well, I mean, could be mid laner. We'll keep your dreams alive. Could be the mid laner.
It
But
could be Nisha Jaro. But yeah, that does make it kind of likely that this
10
is a
seconds
support Elder
remaining.
Titan.
Very
And I will
sorry.
shed a single tear quietly
5 seconds remaining.
if that turns out to be true.
All right. Final bans from Alliance here. Looking to ban out Team Secret's mid laner. I would imagine this depends entirely what they want to pick up,
Team
and
Secrets
I'm not
turn
too sure
to
what they want to
ban.
pick up. But they get rid of the Razor. Could suggest something like... Well, actually, TA's made it through this entire draft
Yep.
somehow.
And they have the last pick, so no chance of getting Huskard there. Because
Yeah.
Secret would totally Huskard them. So like, this might actually be just forcing Secret's hand. They kind of have to ban the TA there unless they're really not scared of it.
10 seconds remaining. 5
They're
seconds
thinking.
remaining.
You can almost feel the conversation going on right now. Like, Nisha, what can you play which is just going to destroy a TA if they pick it? Maybe they're trying to shove them on Viper.
The classic Nisha Viper.
That feels like a waste if ever I've heard of one.
Team Secrets turn
Well,
to
you
pick.
know, mid one played a ton of Viper and it worked out for them very well. It's just that you can't let yourself get distracted by this, oh, that's a waste. Like, ideally, if you have 5 great players, it's going to be a waste to play Wraith King Viper. But
Alliances
if Wraith
turn
King and
to
Viper
pick.
are just very good, you're going to need to let that happen anyway.
Oh my word. Invoker is going to be the final pickup from Team Secret here.
Oh my.
Gonna have a little bit of fun with this one, I think. Nisha
Well,
Invoker
I
it is,
guess
I
that
Is it-
single tier is like, I'll still shed it, you know, but we are getting a Nisha Invoker most
10
likely. I mean, this
seconds
could
remaining.
still be a Yapsor support Invoker, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. They could do all sorts here. And
Choose
Alliance,
your
they want to
hero.
take this nice stable hero they can just fall back upon, make sure they've got this end game kind of in their control. And they're going to rely on the Nico Baby Morphling. But yeah, Nisha is on the Invoker, Matu on the Gyrocopter, Yapsor on the Elder Titan. So nothing crazy, but definitely something interesting to look at with the Secret Draft. Meanwhile, Alliance, they've got Nico Baby on the Morph, got 33 on the Brew, and of course, Limp on his mid lane Leshrac. At least I imagine he's going to be playing at mid. I don't really know how Morphling lanes up versus Invoker anymore.
Yeah, both of those heroes have got quite a few changes since that matchup was ready. But I gotta imagine that at the very least, you don't want to match up a Morphling against Nisha.
10
Just
seconds
because
remaining.
he is going to know exactly what to do in order to bother you the most.
5 seconds
Yes.
remaining.
So, if nothing else, the safer play is to not put the hero that your opponent is an expert at in lane opposing him.
Yeah, that's a pretty straightforward analysis right there. Don't play into your opponent's hands. Always an important rule. Pretty sure that's written down in the Art of War somewhere. But here we go. All our teams are picked up. Based on these drafts, who do you prefer, Kips?
Ooh.
I mean, me personally, I'm finding it very difficult not to side with Team Secret again. Elder Titan plus AoE plus the lockdown. It seems to counter what Alliance want to do very well. You know, it's going to make Tusk feel awkward. He doesn't want to really take anybody with him on the snowballs anymore because of the Grimstroke threat and the Elder Titan threat. They've just got so much punish on the tide of Team Secret. If Alliance want to play aggressive, if they want to find pickoffs here, they will probably find themselves with pretty staunch resistance coming out from Team Secret.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I think they have a lineup that can probably go 50-50 in the later game, but you'd feel more comfortable winning earlier with that Alliance lineup, and they can't really go in all that easily. Especially that Invoker pickup shuts down a lot of the possible run-in moments. You're just going to get tornadoed. There's going to be an ice wall on your head. It's going to be rough moving around at all, especially with how many more choke points the map has gained on both sides, as opposed to, let's say, fighting in the river. So
Prepare for battle.
I will favor Secret here as well in the draft, but next to that, I would just favor them because they have shown that they only need one mistake from Alliance, and Alliance made a pretty big one in order to completely seal the deal. And that was an unforced error from Alliance. I'm worried that they're going to do something like that again.
Yeah, they need to be inside the right headspace right now, especially for this game 2 here. If they want to be able to secure their top speed, I don't think you can let the doubts of the previous game just wipe the slate clean. Hopefully, they've had a good old team talk. You know, this team have been through a lot in the short time they've been together, so I do believe that it's full within their capabilities to be able to just press the reset button and come at this with a brand new mentality. So, Matu up in the top lane by himself right now. Alliance will be doing their old tri-lane shenanigans. 33, Fada, and Limp all grouping up together. There's a Leshrac.
Well, that would require the Chen
Wait a
to
minute.
TP to top.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you're right here. I'm doing some pretty bad. Yeah, Limp isn't a support. He's just pretending to be a support right now.
He just has support networks sometimes.
Oh.
Sorry, Linus.
Yeah, you guys are friends, so let that one fly,
battle
but my god, that was a
begins.
burn. Anyway, Zai and Puppy going to secure this bounty rune as Yapsol secures the second one in the river, and it's going to be 2 for 2. Everything going nice and normal. So, yeah, as the point I was definitely making, Alliance seem to be going back to the old duo lanes, giving up on their tri lanes. That's interesting.
Yeah, which is worrisome because Secret is not done with them. That's 3 heroes heading to the bot lane. I presume they're going to try to score a first blood here before equalizing and moving the Grimstroke back to top lane.
Yeah, Yapsor showing his Astral Spirit down straight away. Grimstroke here as well. Gonna go for a nice big stroke of fate onto Nico Baby here. Stun lane off with a decent amount of damage thrown out onto Alliance right now, and they might be realizing very violently and very quickly they're gonna need to bring another hero down here. Can they lane this with just the 2 of them?
This is a moment where you gotta be strong, and you really have to think about this as a team. I personally don't have the knowledge to say this conclusively, but you might want to say, alright, no, we're gonna bully Matumba Man instead. We're gonna bully them harder than they'll bully us. But it's gonna be hard because Hanskin is dying right now. Has to juke to the wrong side. I don't think he's making it out of this one alive.
No, he's trying to give Yapsor the runaround, but Yapsor is just too damn fast, starting off with the boots of speed and flying down Hanskin's throat. Poor Chen. Didn't have anything to reply with that with.
And Alliance are holding. So they're saying, Nico Baby, you got this, you can come back from this, and Secret are saying the same.
Yeah,
Gyrocopter,
Lim taking
it's
some
fine
pretty
here.
heavy hits in the middle lane. He does have the tornado available, but not much damage on that right now, so Lim going to be okay for the time being, just measuring the lane well and relaxing under the tower, but it's a pretty rough start to the lane for him.
It's all the same to me.
The 2 of them both getting quite low now. There's Limp trying to farm into the tower, but 7 and 4 on Limp, and Invoker only 1 and 3 as it stands, but there's a big creep wave coming under his tower, so well, 3.
And he
the top lane,
is
33
going
dropping
to
very
suffer
low as
some
well.
more-
Yeah,
so
Limp's off
I'm
to a dominant start.
pleasantly surprised by that, and that does contribute as well to why Alliance might want to keep these lanes at is. They're saying, alright, if both of the side lane cores are going to be suffering here, then we have momentum coming out of the mid lane. Because this Lash is going to be involved, especially if he's going to do well in this lane. More so than an Invoker who usually farms jungle. So, I can see
Top lane going on to Matu. Matu turning around and fighting with a rocket barrage, but all by himself with his tag team damage coming out on him as well. I don't think he's surviving this one. They're going to need the right click. They get it off just before the sleep comes in from Yapzor. Yapzor does not save the day, but he might get a return because he's just charging down on them right now. Fada trying to get under the tower should be okay here as Yapzor. There is a limit to his aggression. He won't dive the tier 1 tower, but he, well, doesn't really do much here, to be honest. He's unable to save the gyrocopter as well, so a little bit disappointed, Yapzor, but there you go. Those are breaks. They have now managed to break this tri-lane though, so this is going to be a little bit more space for Nico Baby now that this Elder Titan has moved up to top. Round 2, Jesus, look at the damage coming out. I mean, so much heavy hits coming through from 33 and from Fata with the tag team and the Drunken Brawler. It's a really strong combination, and Madu can't outrun that, so he just tries to turn around, do the damage, but he just came back to lane and he's already popping a salve.
And this Tusk has a level on that Elder Titan just because he was in a dual lane situation all this time. So this is not a great development for Secret at all.
No, this is not what they wanted from this laning phase whatsoever, but considering how bad last laning phase went for Alliance, they'll be happy for this breath of air. They can now gasp as they've managed to hold still, hold steady at the bottom lane, and get the matchups they wanted in the end.
Yep. And I really, again, want to give credit there where it's due. That requires you to have faith in the strength of your own plan, as opposed to, you know, adjusting to what the enemy wants, which is for you to have all 3 of your supports locked down on that bottom lane up against an Elder Titan. And instead, for example, Fata is going to have space to roam now on this Tusk. He has a lot of levels too. I'm pretty sure we're going to see him moving mid, at least on some occasion.
Towards Tusk right now, they know he doesn't have snowballs. They're trying to unleash with him on that rocket barrage. And 33 throwing down the Drunken Fada. He's blocked himself in a little bit here. Made himself a bit of a shooting gallery. Trying to juke back through the trees, turning around with the tag team, getting a bit of damage off. Maybe trying for OCS. Wasn't too sure there. But he will die all the same. And that's going to be 2 bounty runes for each team, so nothing particularly exciting happening there either, but the Tusk going down definitely puts a positive slant on this top lane for Team Secret. Meanwhile, over in the mid lane, Limp is really dominating on the last hits with 25 and 7 compared to the Evoker's 18 and 5. He's not doing terribly, but also not a flying start to this lane.
And he might have a little bit more trouble. I think Fada realizes that there is no ward on this Invoker side, and if Link uses his bubble, they can go in.
Very far back though. This isn't really trapping Nisha. The TPs are coming in immediately. They need to get themselves out of here, but Fada might not be so lucky. The cold snaps out onto him. There comes a sleep as well. Limp holding them back with the split earth. They're trying to help Fada get out of this one, but the right clicks are coming through. Yapzor closing the gap as well, but Fada will survive just about with a sliver of HP. He will live.
Top tower is under attack.
All right, that was risky. A little bit. I'm not sure you needed to throw out the ice shards that early, but
middle tower is under attack.
Don't know. Looked awkward.
The longer he keeps waiting there, the longer it's clear that he didn't teleport back to top lane.
Yes, that's true.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, 33. He's going to lose a courier. And might lose a little bit more than that, actually, as Matumban's cutting him off here. But looking towards the Tusk, who snowballs in forwards, and they've turned their aggression around, and they've actually brought down Yapzor in seconds. And now they've got the shards out as well. The 2 of them going to get to work. They don't have that much damage, but Marty is just turning around, trying to use the rocket barrages. Anybody coming to his rescue? There are heroes coming down here, but they're going to be a long, long time. But Alliance now registering this and saying, you know what? Limp, go for it, buddy. He pops the ultimate. And not quite in range, though. Lightning bolt as well. A little bit awkward there from Limp. Unable to really secure this kill. Matsu's coming back in, trying to use a shrine here, but the stun lands. Matsu, oh dear. That was...
oh, and he's going to lose that item. No.
He's going for it. There we go. He gets the elixir, but unfortunately, this might be his life, although with Tusk coming back in on this one, trying to keep Limp alive. He needs an amazing shard here, and he's not going to find it. Limp's going to go down. I think Fada might be headed the same way as well. Did he steal the mango tree? He stole the mango tree. That's so worth it. That is so worth it.
2 out of 3 items for a Secret gone in this tier.
The first one, I believe the elixir did actually
what was
belong
that?
to Alliance. Yeah, that
What
was
is
the
that
Lashrak that
alliances?
killed it.
Ah, that's such a shame. That would have been so good.
But still, I mean, an item stolen makes that,
Yeah.
that tough stuff a little bit better. I thought the two of them still going down there. It's a little bit costly, but
Yeah, it is. And it's unfortunate too because Limp was coming in to help that top lane out, but Fada already blocked him out with the shards. So that entire sequence wouldn't have happened if Fada aimed his shards a little bit better earlier on.
Invisibility.
Yeah, something else that I like, by the way, is that he's really using the vision of this mango tree. So he's both popping it in a location where the enemy is not going to be seeing it all that soon, as well as that it's just a free ward. And if the enemy does see it over here, they know that they have an invasion on their hands.
yeah, just parting it at the nice little passages there. Such a good idea. Do you reckon we're going to see more usages of Mango Tree as time goes on?
What do you mean by that exactly? Like that people are gonna use it more actively?
Different ways, you know. I've seen someone, I think Nigma placed it just here on the Roshan pit to give them vision off Rosh, and they actually ended up winning them a game. I've seen some teams place it just outside the base, and they just fill up their couriers with the mangoes.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And you gotta imagine that items like that are gonna get pushed to the full of their potential within like a couple of days of them existing. And
That
then where it
quickly?
really gets broken is there is interactions with certain other things.
Right.
I don't see a lot of interactions for the mango tree on its own, but there's a couple of other here items where I'm sure that
Radiant's
we're going
middle
to see
tower
proper
is under
broken
attack.
interactions turn up still.
Yeah, there's a few interesting ones, and some heroes which just work so brilliantly with some of the neutral items.
I think
Ooh,
Nico Baby's gotta work
could be in some
really
trouble.
good
Can they get the
with
roar
that.
though? They can't. He gets off the waveform. This should be Nico Baby safe, I think. I'm not sure, even with 4 heroes here, if they want to dive this one, because Alliance will just be able to TP in and defend him. And you know they will. If there's one hero on Alliance's side who they're going to defend at any costs, that is going to be Nico
Radiant's
Baby's
bottom
hero.
tower is under attack.
He's opting to just move out. They're going to take the tower trade here. Nice and easy. Look at that Grinch for converting the outpost. Like
Dire's top tower
it just
is under
looks like
attack.
he's worshipping, you know? What a lord.
Worship at the shrine of the outpost. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see what you mean.
Dire's top tower
This is a very half-assed defense for Alliance here at the Tier 1 tower, and they're just going to try and take advantage of them. The double roar coming out immediately, and 2 heroes dead within seconds of one another, milliseconds of one another. And I mean, you can't really do that. I've got to be honest. Nisha though trying to fight up into Limp, but the TP's coming in for the rest of his team. Yapsaw over. He's going to try and go for the stomp here, but Limp is a little bit too fast for that. He's going to get himself out here.
That's right, very fascinating. You can see that both teams were trying to do something on 2 spots on map at the same time, and they're not done here. Yapstar has spotted Limp again, but they're coming into him from all sides. I don't think he's going to get out of this one alive.
Oh dear, Secret with the aggression, finding the Leshrac, the big key puzzle piece in Alliance's early mid aggression here, being taken out of the box. And now Secret just look for another tower, and this is a tier 1 at bottom, a tier 1 at mid. Both are probably going to be going down here. This Beastmaster just leading the charges. It's really difficult for them to come and defend this one, if not impossible without their Leshrac, and they'll be able to take it miles before he's going to come back to life. And they've even got the Tornado, but in comes the Snowball return from Fata. But Secret, they're done for now. They've taken 2 buildings. They're going to be very, very happy with that.
Yeah, that's better than they could have possibly expected to get out of that. But it's such a classic move. You take the bot tower, you move through the jungle into mid, assault it from this little clump of trees in the side, and oh, Limp. I think he gets to live this time, but anywhere
I'm not
he
sure
goes,
about that.
there's
Earthsplitter with the
trouble.
Tornado. Oh, he just about gets out of range. Limp gifted a lease of life here. And they're coming back in. They're going to want Yapsaw. Nisha going to try and buy him a little bit of space here, but the Snowball coming forward on top of Yapsaw, but they've got nothing else to give. And the rest of Secret are hanging around, or at least Puppy is. poking them, making them feel fear.
Yeah, and the real problem here for me in what Alliance's lineup is doing right now is that they have this Chen.
Hold on one second, top lane. Martu's getting jumped right now as there's Nico Baby on top of him along with 33. They have got the damage with the Rocket Barrage coming out of the Morphling, giving them what they need to bring down Martu. And that's a big kill up here in the top lane. Your carry is dead, Secret. What is your response? Well, they can't really do much for now, but I'm sure when he's back, they'll be wanting to go for something.
Yeah, and like this is unexpected to me because normally, and I'm sure it was unexpected to Secret as well, because normally you don't bring anyone towards your carry, especially if you're behind like Alliance probably feels right now. So this backup coming in from 33 and then into the gyrocopter kill was unexpected. Secret probably thought like, alright, both of our carries are up here, that means that we're gonna fight on the bottom. And it looks like another fight is brewing as well because Nisha found the tornado.
33 getting stomped up, Nisha closing the gap as well, and then they go with the alacrity, but the storm comes out, but in comes the Soulbind together. Do they have anything to combo it with? Don't really need it though, just holding them back is enough. But in comes the stomp, and in comes the creatures piling onto Yapzor. Yapzor gets taken apart. They're looking for more right now. Hanskin leading the charge, but the Roar comes out onto him. This Chen looking a little bit vulnerable right now as he just charges into the enemy forces, just accepting his death with open arms. Hanskin is gonna be dying for now. But, you know, for the
entire
other
army
Titan,
died as well.
yeah, that's also a lot of gold going the way of Team Secret.
And you're going to have to build that up again. That's always very rough. It requires a lot of the Chen's time.
Just checking on the mango tree, making sure that's still there. Important to make the mango tree checks. Father's got this spirit vessel on him. Not too sure why. He's just playing around, taking about half his health all the way, which is pretty decent to be fair.
Well, anytime you take a spirit vessel charge without the invoker getting a kill out of it is pretty good.
Yeah, agreed.
So he is not going to complain. And look at how anticipated all of this is.
Oh, they're ready. They're all TPing on the exact same spot, trying to interrupt this right now, but it is going to be Secret able to take the outpost just in time to deny Alliance any form of XP, but maybe they can take the fight, they can wrestle it back, but it looks like Fada's going to be the one to drop here. Not even going to be able to pick up the bounty rune in time as two men trying to come in for it. Nico Baby comes sliding into the fight. Marty did grab the bounty, but he might die for this one as Limp chased him down with the magic damage and will put an end to Martu here. Everybody else on the side of Team Secret think they might have been able to get away from this one, including the Invoker running past the Ghost Walk, trying to get a bit of vision, just a little bit of sight. Maybe a rune? No, not going to happen. Limp picks that one up, and Nisha left empty-handed. That said, though, they know that the Leshrac is not immediately here. If they can get a quick pick-off, it might be something. Meanwhile, Zai putting pressure on bottom, forcing Alliance to react to this one. He's got the Hawk there to give him the vision, to make sure he knows if anybody's TPing in to stop him doing this.
Yep, and once again, pressure on both sides of the map from Secret. They went in for a kill on Nico Baby, even though it wasn't very likely to actually get him. It did mean that Alliance's comms were full of noise about Nico Baby.
Zai, oh dear.
And why do teams always do this? It meant that Zai had a lot of space on bot to apply pressure to the tower. Then as soon as Nico Baby's out of danger, you gotta get back.
Yeah, you know, playing with the aggro, playing with the creep waves and pushing down towers is all well and good, but you gotta respect the signs, you know? But there we are.
Yeah, and it's not a big investment for Nico Baby to teleport down here, even if Secret wants to fight more on top, because as long as the Chen is alive, you can just bring him back.
Yeah, that's the global potential of the Chen. Always very nice to have on your team, especially with Limp as well. With the Boots of Travel, it just means that half of Alliance can be anywhere they want in instance. Finding which Secret have to respect, unfortunately.
Well, there's another fight going on what I think Fada tried to sneak the shrine here.
It looks like something along that lines have happened, but he will pay with his life. You will not take our outpost. Not today, sir.
I'm going to be doing this wrong forever. Someone save me.
Just get a lobotomy. I'll sort it out.
Yes, it'll sort a lot of things out.
So, coming up on the 20-minute mark, Alliance definitely holding their own. Well, I mean, the other game was over by this stage, so they've done better than the last game. Round of applause for Alliance on that one. But still, they are very much in contention of this. They just need to find a little bit more in their Morphling, and then they'll be looking to take some fights. Almost like they're trying to bait with Nico Baby here. Limp just hanging around nearby with that Yule's reveal, but wasn't able to find it, unfortunately.
Yeah, and they really want to be taking down that bottom tower at some point, or that mid tower, excuse me, at some point very soon, because otherwise they're going to get forced to reveal themselves in mid every single time across the map. And instead, right now, I guess Limp still wants to reveal that Yule Scepter, not quite in time to grab Puppy.
He's clawing for kills right now, Limp. Really desperately trying to find something here, but to be honest, even just this, right? Oh, okay. 33 could be in some trouble. All his mana has been drained, but yeah, I do think he's fine. And look
He
at
has a
what's...
full wand. He can pop his ult.
Yeah, whilst all this is going on, 5 heroes pushed up to the top lane. What is Nico Baby doing? He is farming up. He's getting some money. He's staying as the highest net worth hero in the game, and even Fada there as well was actually hitting some creeps. I think he felt like he wanted to get at least a couple of items here as a Tusk holding that bottom lane. But I mean, this is really good for Alliance. They're controlling Secret's movements pretty well. However, these
They just lost the entire turn.
Handskin
Radiant's
never
top
be a
tower
parent.
is under attack. Radiant structures are
Let all his
fortified.
children die.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry, whoever Hanskin's girlfriend is right now. But,
I hope she wasn't watching.
Radiant's
well, she's a bad girlfriend. You gotta watch your man's games. It's a lose-lose.
I don't think she would have wanted to watch last game. She might want to DMing one of the secret players
Yeah.
after that.
That's still...
Dire's bottom tower
you gotta
is under
stick with your
attack.
man.
Anyway, top tier 1 tower does get taken, but now Alliance is sticking to farm this wave. They think, why would Secret want anything more than that? But they certainly do. Stay away from him. He's poisoned. He has got that soul bind upon him. I think they'll be fine with Sparta just dying for this. They're actually looking for an opening here. Yeah, 33 is going to pop the ultimate. Actually managing to kill both the Tornado and the Rocket with that one as they initiate onto the Beastmaster. He's stunned up, and he's going to get brought down before he can get the roar off. Hello. Meanwhile, the Gyrocopter's been in the air the entire damn time. He comes back to the earth, has got a TP available. Do they have the damage? They've got the punch. They don't need the damage. And now they can follow up and finish the job with the BKB Gyrocopter. He's going to take a fall. 2 big heroes falling on the side of Team Secret. Nico Baby arriving to that fight exactly when he needed to contribute. A beautiful fight there from Alliance, and now they can look towards taking Roshan directly outside his pit.
Yeah, you gotta say, a little bit of over-positioning from Team Secret there. If you know that this Brewmaster is around to take one of your heroes out of the fight, one of your flanks can just fall away. And as a result, the Tour man is completely exposed and you can't get out before everyone else has already ditched him.
That's the problem, and you know, the buyback on Fata as well, and just knowing that there's 2 TP points really close by, they would just jump back in and keep the odds in their favor. Alliance with a great call there. A little bit surprised from Secret. It was a bit sloppy from them. I'm not sure. I get the idea, you know, like smoke up, fake back, and then come back in. Whoever comes to kill the creep wave, just kill him real quick. But unfortunately, Fada was not that easy kill. He is still a strength hero after all. 66 strength, 1,600 HP. It's not that easy to tear him down quick.
Yeah, maybe they hoped that with the Grimstroke ult, it would latch to someone that they couldn't see yet, but in the trees, and they were very close to getting that as well. It's not a bad assumption to make either.
Certainly is not.
But yeah, the thing that worries me most right now about how this game is developing for Secret is that at some point, Matu is going to have to start doing some heavy lifting, and he just can't right now. He's been in the forefront, he's died a ton, and he is not even close to his Aghanim Scepter yet.
Yeah, rushing that BKB just in order to be involved in the fights, it definitely has its value, but at the same time, the lack of damage on the
Radiant's
Team
middle
Secret side is very
tower is under
noticeable. You know,
attack.
imagine that last fight if they had a Lina or if they had an Ursa. You know, that Fada wouldn't have nearly lasted as long. But they just don't have the damage to output on the heroes if they lock them down, if they catch them out. Alliance are more than happy just to TP in heroes and try and respond to it. And we've already said, you know, they've got a Chen, they've got a Leshrak with boots of travel. They are not going to be slacking on rotating heroes in.
Yep. And the worst part is that the
Dire's middle
Gyrocopter
tower
is going
under
to
attack.
probably get
Dire
out-carried
structures
anyway.
are fortified.
Morphling is just going to steal his form, grab the flag cannon, and be an absolute beast. And talking about Morphling, he's getting run on it in lane right now.
Yeah, I tried to grab that tower. Luckily, Puppy and Niche were able to come in with the deny, but Nico made me feel real confident right here. He's got the Aegis. I mean, he certainly should. Flexing on these secret heroes, stealing the Invoker form. What did he get? Ghost Walk and Cold Snap. Not bad. Nico baby searching. They're pinging out that creep. They go, wait a minute.
Radiant's top tower is under
Invoker's
attack.
not invisible right there.
Dire structures
Oh, the Battle of
are
Ghost
fortified.
Walks. Walk together, hand in hand. Nico baby's form runs out now, and his shenanigans will be over. Getting back towards that top lane. Meanwhile, in the top lane, by the way, we've got a Roar coming out. Zai's trying to get started onto Leshrac here. Tombman joining in as well, but Yule's going to buy Leshrac a little bit of time. Hand of God comes out as well. Lesh needs to make it up to the high ground right now. Fada, can he do anything? No, he cannot. Leshrac is dead, and he's going to go down as well. The damage from the Rocket Barrage is a little bit too fearsome for them to handle, but they will be able to grab a couple of boards in the process. But a double kill for Marty up here in the top lane. That's not bad for Secret, using the distraction which Nico Baby was making to their own advantage. And down at bottom as well, we've got another fight taken out as Marty's just finding everybody's creeps right now. I don't know who those were. I guess Chen's?
Yeah, I imagine that the army was once again found out it's poor Hanskin. Every time he's found some new friends, he loses them again. But yeah, I feel like the play there from especially Limp was a little bit sloppy, and you can't just.
Nico Baby, hello sir. He's gonna get stunned up trying to take the shrine. And they're TPing in more heroes this one, but Nico Baby, happy to stick on the front line now. This guy TPing in, he's daring them to do it, and Limp's actually going to TP over, and they're going to be able to grab this kill onto the Beastmaster, I believe. However, Nisha coming in, trying to disrupt this one as much as they can, but with the Manti, he's able to take down Zai after all. Down he goes, and back to business, worshipping at the great outpost. Oh Lord Outpost, please turn to the Radiant side. Okay.
I grant your wish.
And a BKB of Limp is not far away in the future either, as he's going to stand still and wait for the bounty rune to spawn. 2.
He's going to be able
1.
to grab both in pretty short order.
Yeah, Nico Baby set to work.
And the second that it turns 25 minutes, Ultimaman's got his hands on a greater Fairy Fire, and he's also swapped in his Aghanims right now, so that's a big power spike for him here actually. Plus 30 damage, and his Side Gunner active now. Also, the Greater Fairy Fire, very good at very suddenly not dying in a fight, so this is an item that you don't necessarily want to reveal immediately, and Orb of Destruction on
Yeah, this one is anti-armor. And a bit of a slow as well. Ranged hero is not quite as much, 15%, but still very good. -6 armor is nothing to be comfortable about.
It is not, and I guess luckily for Team Secret, this item is not that great on a Morphling, but there are lineups on which it can completely turn the game around. You ever seen a 25-minute PA with a BKB and a Desolator, suddenly also getting an Orb of Destruction on top?
Yep, Naga Siren as well, also pretty good at that.
Loads of fun for the whole family.
Well, not for the enemy team though. Fada now hits his level 10, which grants him the GPM talent. He's had it for a little while and has been saving up his pocket money, trying to grab a Blink Dagger. That's going to be the plan for Fada. Secret,
Yeah,
honestly, they've...
gonna do a lot of work for him in terms of, for example, saving people from Invoker combos or out of roars, which is
Radiant are
one of the
scanning.
reasons why they picked up the Tusk in the first place.
Dire are
Right now
scanning.
he's smoked up, providing some vision.
Yeah, but they're scanning. They're going to know what Alliance is up to right now. And Secret, they're playing this very slow game. They're
Dire's top
happy
tower is
with,
under
you know, the bit of misplays throughout the early mid, which led to Alliance taking some key fights, taking Roshan. They're now happy to
Dire's
slow the
top
tempo
tower
of this
has
game
fallen.
down and just kind of let things reset, let the dust settle. And the net worth advantage is actually very,
middle
very
tower
similar
is
right
under
now.
attack.
And no real net worth advantage for either team as it happens. So, wow, that's is that a net worth graph or a heart rate? What is it? Can't really tell. Well, actually coming up to the high ground right now. Martin just throwing down the damage onto the left track, but he's got that Yule, so able to dodge a lot of the damage here as now Nico Baby coming forwards. They're looking for a bit of action right now. Snowball, though, split, everything being used here to try and slow down Team Secret, but they can't really catch him. They have a dust, they do, but they're not quite quick enough, and now slow from Yapsa as well, putting the... Yeah, they get out. Gets themselves away. The sleep is enough, and Team Secret with a clean getaway, and that's a primal split being used as well, so 100 seconds till that one's up. I wouldn't really be too surprised to see Secret try something else here as well. Tempo is definitely in their favor whilst this ultimate is on cooldown.
Luckily for Alliance, Roche is not quite up yet.
40 seconds and we'll find out when exactly it's coming up. Meanwhile, Zai's managed to find himself a Helm of the Undying, matching up with his Helm with the Dominator and his Vladimir's offering. So he's got a lot in his head right now. I don't know how you fit all three of those items on your head, but there you go.
He has some creeps, he just puts them on the creeps.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's very lore-friendly, Beastmaster. Good job. So, Alliance.
Yeah, I feel like Alliance really wants to get something going right now. They've got Lincoln's E-Blade on their Morphling. It's go time. BKB on the Lash hasn't seen a good use yet either, and he's found himself a craggy coat, so it's going to be hard for right-clickers to just burst him down.
Secret,
they gotta watch their
doing exactly as
positioning here.
expected,
Secret
though. They're jumping in, and then comes a roar onto the Leshrac with the Sunstrike as well coming down on top of him. I'm not too sure he's going to be surviving despite the BKB. The damage is too much, but Nico Baby on the backline's trying to find some supports right now, and he's doing a pretty good job of that. They're still not killing off Limp. Limp's actually survived this. They get the kill onto Zai. And the two of them men fighting up here with that BKB, able to take down Hanskin. Looking towards 33 as well. 33 trying to do something here, but he's just going to drop. Martu still chasing down Fada. Can't quite get the kill as Limp stuns him up, keeping him steady. Nico Baby, though, he's out of mana. If he goes down here, it's going to be a big win for Team Secret right now. They're getting on top. They're keeping the distance upon him. Fata, is there anything he can do? He just doesn't have the spells. Maybe a snowball could help save the day. Anything he can do. A nice little ice shots there, and that's going to be enough to keep Nico Baby alive. Just about the Sunstrike, though. Oh my god. That was so close. Down to about 20 HP there. This late into the game is a rare sight indeed.
Radiant's
But
middle tower is under
the
attack.
Morphling will survive, making it back to the base. Only the Brew and the Chen are going down in response for a Brew.
Radiant's
And
middle
you
tower
can
Beastmaster.
see here how important it is to force out that ultimate of the Brewmaster before committing for the real fight. There's no way that Secret takes that fight if the Brewmaster has his ult. And actually, if the Brewmaster does have his ult, there's no way that Alliance lose that fight.
Yeah.
It would have been great for them. So this longer sequence of events really showing off how strategical Team Secret thinks about this game. The entire first move was just designed to low commitment, see how much advantage they could get out of it.
Scanning.
And they get what they needed about 2 minutes later.
Exactly as planned. Meanwhile, Zai, this might not have been as planned as they've been torn down slowly but surely. He's going to use the roll for this one, surprisingly. Can they keep up? The slow from the boar is very, very annoying, and Zai making it up to the trees, so does actually live here. The commitment
Totally
was the roar, you reckon?
And you also get to keep some presence up on this top lane now, which is ideal because otherwise both teams know that Roshan is up. And if you're Team Secret, you have less map mobility. You need to be able to keep your heroes on this top lane or suffer the consequences because this Lash is already going bottom.
Yeah, constantly pushing out the lanes. As a quick pause comes out from Fata. And we can have a look at a couple of the wards down here. Team Secret have one really, really deep into the enemy base. I can't remember at what point they put this one down. I think there was a couple of engagements at mid. That would have been about 4 minutes ago this one came down. Meanwhile, Alliance shoving one down in their own jungle, just looking to see who's who, where they are. And a lane ward here, most likely for the Leshrac to see if they can catch anybody just heading up the lane, maybe TPing to the outpost and heading over to the lane there to farm up some creeps. Like these wards...
Honestly, I feel like right now it's very hard for supports to keep good vision up with how much teams just move across the map. I like Alliances a little bit more right now because they have a very clear preferences towards that Roche which is coming up. but at the same time, you can see that both of them hold to roughly the same rules, which is one ward defensive, one ward offensive at the same time, and make sure they're in different quadrants of the map, so you always have a good guess into which quadrant of the map the enemy is moving.
Yeah, it makes it much easier to understand the warding decisions when you split the game up into quadrants, areas. Understand which part of the map control which areas, which lanes, which shrines, which outposts. It's a big
one of the
puzzle.
things that I fight people about sometimes is I would like there to be more accurate language about describing the Dota 2 terrain. Because right now, if I want to indicate the Dire Shrine, I have to say Dire Top Shrine. That's a lot of words, or I have to ping it, which requires people to look at the map or at the minimap instead of just hearing what I say.
Yeah,
It would be
I'd like
very
that
useful
too.
if we had more names for things.
I'd like that too as a caster who persistently observes. Just there's action. Oh, where? I don't know.
Well, right now, not really anywhere.
Yeah, a little lapse in the action for now as Secret go and take over this outpost. It's still a while before the 35-minute mark, but still just forces Alliance to show somebody here at some stage in the game. It's useful. It gives information. That's what these outposts mostly do, other than XP.
Yes, never underestimate the fact that an outpost gives vision exactly up to the creep wave as well. Which is incredibly useful to see people sneak in or out.
Oh, Secret. They're looking at this creep army right now. Raw comes out onto Hanskin. Lim comes in from behind. Do they want to take this fight now? The Raw is down. They do not. They are just accepting their fate. And the creeps as well. Once again, getting slaughtered. Chen buys back, though they know that Roshan is happening right now, and Alliance have nearly finished the job. Can they get there in time? The tornado comes in, but Nico Baby already, there's no Aegis picked up. Nico finally grabs it, but somehow Secret actually get credited for the Roshan kill, but Zai's gonna die on the front lines. Nico Baby jumping back, firing an Invoker right up those steps. And I was calmly jumping back down again as Zai finally takes his death. Yaps all blown up as well. Nico Baby just controlling this fight. He grabs the Aegis, he grabs just about everything as they jump to Puppy now as well. That's another hero. It's an ultra kill for Nico Baby. He just takes down absolutely everybody. A shocking 10,000 almost damage done on this guy. Jesus Christ, that is way too much.
And this is what I was worried about earlier. When, I said that Matumba Man wasn't exactly farming enough. Like, his flak cannon is going to get stolen, and then Nico Baby destroys everyone. You can't stand within the screen's distance of this map.
Buybacks coming out from Team Secret thick and fast as Alliance take to the high ground. They want these barracks. They want something. Nico Baby scared of nothing, and the flat cannon just going to force back Team Secret. They can't bear to go near Nico Baby right now as he's jumping onto Puppy. That's extremely brave right now. Caught out under the tier 4s, but he's still got, well, there comes the Raw. Alliance got to hold and going deep now, trying to keep him alive, and Nico Baby is actually surviving through all of this. Matu's struggling to get his damage off. He's getting down pretty low. Limps on top of him. The damage on top of him as Nico Baby pops a BKB, trying to chase him down. Matu, though, getting back to base. They keep him alive, and that's the important thing for now. Brewmaster's stunned up, and Morphling, unfortunately, leashed to him as the Sunstrike comes down and puts an end to 33's life. They haven't managed to get the melee racks, though. They've got the range, but that's about it. Meanwhile, Snowball coming out, trying to avoid everything here, over to a really fiery over creep. I don't know how Fata spotted that one, but he does get himself to safety. 33 actually buys back into this. Alliance, they might just want to go. They still have this Aegis on Nico Baby. They'll calm down a little bit.
Brewmaster is back here. His ultimate is going to be back. That cooldown is really low right now.
Unfortunately, there are creeps on their high ground, so just another thing for Alliance to have to sort out before they maybe go for a high ground push of their own. Couple of deep breaths, maybe reflecting on this buyback from the Brew. Not quite anticipating how this fight was going to go properly, but still, they have a chance to reset here. Still plenty of time left on this Aegis, but look at Team Secret. They're all gathered up. They're actually looking for action right now. I'm not too sure why. There's still lots of spells up. There's still an Aegis up. Maybe they think that Alliance are just going to be split up and farming. So they'll move their way through. There is no vision here, so even though not all the Secret are smoked, they won't see them. They seem to think that Alliance are going to be coming through to maybe push out this wave. They wanted to catch whoever came down there, I suppose.
Yep. You are completely right in that. But as soon as that did not happen, they just took the opportunity to get some vision out. And now they're back right in time to defend their racks, which is unfortunately not going to last.
Yeah, defend their racks. Oh, subjective tab. Oh, the snowball, actually. I think that dodged out the roar from the Beastmaster. It certainly did. My god. It actually went off, yet the snowball still dodged it. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought if the roar goes off, you get stunned up, but they come out that roll and nobody is stunned.
Dire's top shrine.
Yeah, I don't remember it having a projectile speed, but it must have.
Jesus.
Dire's
Carter.
top shrine.
He's not too shabby on this hero, making some really good use of this Blink Dagger and a Snowball combination to avoid that fight. And now heading up to this top lane.
Now you can see the drawings from Alliance on this bot lane as well as from Secret indicating like, alright, we have aggressive vision that we need to play towards it. Nisha is already down here, but the same goes for several Alliance heroes.
Well, with items, by the way, we've actually got the Gyrocopter finishing off this butterfly and queuing up a rapier. Secret are going in on this one.
Yeah, that's one thing you can do as a Gyrocopter that Morphling just probably is not going to do.
What, buy a rapier?
Yes.
Fair point, fair point. There is a Yules up in the middle lane, but the Roar's being used defensively to try and save the Grimstroke. They're trying to calm them down though. Puppy taking damage, and Puppy is definitely going to fall now. Meanwhile, Zai going for the TP out. They've got the lift up, but didn't quite get it off. Zai does make it back to the base. Still, Alliance with this death on Puppy. He does not have buyback. He already used it. They know this, and they are looking to exploit it, and I think the call is going to be tier 4s. Yeah, Nico Baby just getting started right now. Tornado's going to skew. Maybe they look towards top instead, and then hitting side buildings. Now damage coming towards the tier 4. It's going to be out for 5 more seconds, so definitely something Alliance need to look at. Still, Secret very scared to go without their Grimstroke. I mean, this game-winning combination, fight-winning combination off the Soulbind plus Roar from Zai. It's not going to be available for another 40 seconds, but still Alliance really struggling to get something done here. Limp doesn't want to pop the BKB for no good reason, but they have been able to take down the tier 4. Looks like they're holding back a little bit longer. And now Nico Baby going back on.
Game they're playing. They're trying to force mistakes from Secret, but Secret is just not having it. And finally, Alliance needs to decide, yeah, we're going for the side lane. They're not giving us any more kills. They're not panicking. And maybe they even wasted some time in the mid there that they could have spent trying to force down one of the side racks instead.
Yeah, and Puppy's going to be back up in 10 seconds. Looks like his death is not going to be punished too badly other than the loss of a tier 4 tower, which in the grand scheme of things, not sure it's making that much of a difference.
It'll force them to pay a bit more attention to their mid-wave push again, but let's face it, you get reminded of the mid-wave push literally every minute. It's not that big of a deal.
Morphling, despite all the changes to you, you still feel like a very strong hero once you get going. Is he in a good place right now?
I think that it's gonna take a lot for many more players to readjust to the fact that you don't just get 2 health bars for free anymore. But I gotta say that it doesn't all it does is take away your margin for error. You can't go in like a total idiot anymore. You have to be measured about it, which is pretty much what makes a difference between an imbalanced hero and a strong hero. So yeah, I think he's strong, but I also think that he's in a decent place right now, and the fact that Nico Baby has been able to get active with it throughout this match as opposed to just farming for 20 minutes before he was online is really all down to Nico Baby's skill as a player and not to Morphling as a hero at all.
Yeah, very solid master of the hero there, I'd say. Yeah, can only agree. And I've also noticed that Nico Baby's been spending barely any time at all in morphed forms. He tends to turn into the form, use a spell, and turn back to Morphling. Because why would you risk when Morphling is always going to be, you know, the stronger, more adaptable form than whatever hero you stole? And that's what the hero does. So, yeah, he's been spending, you know, just jumping, turning, using the flat cannon, changing back into morph, and that's just about it. Minotaur. Oh, we're going to have tier 4 items now.
Alright. Minotaur Horn, a little bit extra. And he is actually sitting on that for now. Aren't you going to hand that over to one of your supports, Fatu?
Maybe Nisha. I mean, Nisha's sitting with a magic stick right now. You know, I'm fairly sure you can replace that.
Yeah. Oh, magic lamp on Morphling. Like,
You give us
it's
a 33, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the magic lamp, we should
This
probably
is
go
nice as
through
well.
these just in case people don't know. So the magic lamp is going to keep you alive if you fall below 15% health, card this spell, and heal for 300. So that's going to break most stuns, etc., etc. Meanwhile, the Prince's Knife is going to hex you. It's pretty cool with right clicks. 1.5 seconds. Very good on pretty much any carry hero just to turn someone into a frog when you go on them. Plus projectile speed, which just makes a hex come in faster. Not really useful for much else, I don't think. I guess makes it harder to dodge. And there's another Minotaur Horn coming out. And that's all of Alliance's 3 items. Minotaur Horn gives you 1.75 seconds off spell immunity. Meanwhile, what was the other one we had coming out for Alliance? We can actually check.
We've
we've
done
gone
all
through
3
them.
that dropped for lines.
Well, they only seem to have one so far on the side of Team Secret. But they're going for a smoke. They're going for a play right now. Alliance are set up for this, however. They know they can't let this Roche go for free. Nisha just going to run in as fast as he can. Slumber's screaming as he grabs that arcane rune.
Speed the brush.
It is so powerful on him.
Yeah, it's a huge one.
So, right now, and this is like, these items are kind of my pet peeve in the game right now. The R&D on them is just so huge. I think both Prince's Knife as well as Magic Lamp are incredibly good items because they can either contribute to a hero getting bursted or to bursting a hero out of nowhere. Which is, for example, with this ninja gear that Matu got, there is no such function on that. It's like, okay, you can smoke yourself, I guess. And that's about the end of the functionality. It's some agi and movement speed, but it's not going to make that 0 to 100 difference of killing a hero or not getting killed yourself. And that's what worries me about these items.
Rapier completed.
Ooh. Well, there's an item with a proper drawback.
Yeah, for sure. He's got the BKB and the Minotaur Horn, so really stacking up on the magic immunity here. And this feels like a slight we would have never seen on Team Liquid, but now with Matimman taking the carry role on Team Secret, they've placed all their eggs in the Matu basket. Can he deliver? A big test for them right now as they head towards this Roshan pit, edging ever closer. Matu will get in, and now they're going to start getting to work here, immediately killing on this creep, and it's going to be going down very quickly. There needs to be a response from Alliance, but it's certainly coming in quick. Shards come out. Alacrity's down. He's trapped inside the pit for now, and just about get out if he wants to, but Roshan's getting low. Zai jumps into the pit though, throwing the ball out onto the Leshrac along with the Cataclysm. Leshrak's getting low. Roshan falls down. Matu picks up the Aegis. It's a success for Team Secret. Nico Baby trying to fight right now. Matu getting kind of hit up here, but I mean, it's absolutely fine. As Fada dives in deep, gets a kill onto Puppy, will die himself. Puppy buys back, trying to get into this one. Meanwhile, Nico and Hanskin taking to the high ground, getting themselves back. It looks like that's going to be just about it for now. Meanwhile, Brew, where is he? Is Brew okay?
I don't think that he is. I'm not exactly sure where he is. Yes, correct, 33. We were wondering the same. He killed all pandas with Just call it!
What the hell?
Zai with the solutions. You know, it doesn't matter that you can't find your hero if, you know.
Oh
You just
god,
called
the
it GG.
timing. Just the pause, the 10-minute wait, and then my hero is missing.
Yeah, maybe when ult expires, this is...
Let's try. This is an interesting... I mean, what do you do on Secret here? Do you just defend the spot where he's disappeared?
I mean, I imagine that he'll let himself get killed. I mean, that's also not correct. Because
Well, no,
then
they'll
his
play it
respawn
out.
timer is longer.
They will play it out. I imagine, is this a problem with... Usually it's Helm of the Undying, which is the problem with, but that doesn't seem to be... Oh! He's dead. He immediately died.
He said,
Alright. See ya, buddy, I guess. Sorry. Maybe the pause
Alright.
caused the ticks to reset and he just kind of...
He might have had a magic lamp activation in some weird way.
Yeah. Hard to say.
No, that one's been down for too long as well.
What does it say killed him? Gyrocopter attack damage 3000 HP removal. The fuck is going on?
Well, the 3000
oh, is that because they
removal
killed?
is just,
Oh, that's just when you kill the primal split,
Yes.
right? Okay.
that's when you kill the primal split. It's
Alright.
HP removal, you can't dodge it.
Anyway, all right. Let's get back. Let's get back into the zone. Some weird stuff going on. We're back into normality now. Maybe put away the magic lamp. Not too sure if that's causing it, but I feel like it might be.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
and
tower is under attack.
right now, Secret really pushing back against his morphing lineup, showing off that if you
Radiant's
just
top
jump
tower
in
has
and
fallen.
keep those areas controlled, especially how far Puppy was playing forward, I really like that, then he has to go in first, and that's a very scary thing as a morphling.
Especially now. I mean, previously it wasn't so bad, you know, when you know that you can rely on the attribute shift to keep you alive, but when things get real damagey, as I do in late games, in 40-plus minute games,
Especially with a rapier on the enemy gyrocopter and a hex on the enemy invoker.
yeah, it gets real quick. Alliance on the back foot now. This game, it's been through its paces. That net worth graph is certainly a bit of a ride, but now things back into Secret's favor.
It shall be there.
Yeah, 33's putting down the magic. Oh, is he putting down the magic lamp? No, he's keeping it. He's keeping it. Okay.
Let's see what happens next time. So far, Alliance are just gearing up for this defense.
Black freed up. He's actually missing a slot. He's got mana token, but you know, but oh, he's waiting for his That's a lot of damage. The blast from the Morphling brings him down to about 50% HP.
It was enough damage that for a second there I thought my game had crashed.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of a hang, but it looks like just the tower died in my my absence.
Yeah. But they're going to try this again. I'm not sure Secret are willing to stay out of their base right now with his Aegis on the gyrocopter. Rapier as well. It happens to come up and look at those barracks just disappear under the damage of the gyrocopter. Shards being thrown out like nobody's business. He's got that level 20 talent, so it will just spam him out as much as he likes. Oh, the mango tree. The mango tree's finally been spotted and cut down.
Radiant's
Message
top
sent.
shrine has fallen.
Message received. So now they TP Nisha back in order to push this lane out while the rest of the team stays forward, sees if they can get a pick on the Alliance wisely stays in the base. And right now this is basically it. Alliance have to maybe push out the mid wave and get a smoke around to the side or something, because as we've seen before, they can't actually stand up against this huge sieging potential of the boosted gyrocopter.
Gyrocopter taken very low once again, but the Hex is out. And now with the Roar onto 2, and now comes down the Cataclysm. It's a lot of damage. Manu just fighting away at them on the front line. Can't really bring down Nico Baby though. Can't really bring down anyone. Limp pops a BKB, gets himself back. No one's actually dying from this initial engagement, but Yasuo comes flying into the front lines. Takes down Fata. Secret holding back for the time being. But they take the barracks. They don't dive deep, but they will take the buildings, and they're just keeping it calm. They're not making any dives here. Stun out onto the gyrocopter. Limp getting to work on Matu right now, but he's still got this BKB, but they need to intervene here. They can't just let their buildings keep on falling. And Nico Baby jumping deep into the backlines, trying to kill off the Invoker. Invoker gets himself away there with the Ghost Walk. He's going to live, and Nico Baby just disappears. He's just absolutely gone. Having to buy back into this one and try and make this fight work. Limp gets the stun. Gyro getting
They're in the same position now. It's just a gyrocopter, and they can't kill him.
Aegis runs out. You need to go. Your racks are falling. You can't fight into Megas. Well, you maybe can, but I'm not sure you want to. Marty just popping the BKB, though, turning up into this fight. Nico maybe jumping into the middle of everybody once again. Fighting up. It's Nico on Matu. Fighting up with BKBs into one another. They're text together, holding both of them still. 33 and Nico getting beaten down right now, but he will be able to waveform away from this one. 33 on the run as well. So much damage coming out of Matumaman, though. 33 is able to just about escape, but they get the Mega Creep Secret, and they get themselves out. They lose just about nobody. Only Yapsor dying in that entire engagement. 21,229 damage dealt across that period with this gyrocopter. 4 heroes die on the side of Alliance. 2 buy back, and they are unable to hold. And gyrocopter, Matu's just like, cool, that was fun. Let's get another one.
I love that bastard, truly. But yeah, the straight up defense wasn't gonna work. I think they realized it after the first one, but at the same time, it feels so risky and it is so hard to try and catch anyone off on the side. But it's the play you gotta make. Because right now, I think Alliance are stuck in playing not to lose land, and it's correct. You haven't lost yet, but that's about it. All of your racks are down. You use most of your buybacks.
Gold for my forward.
The next time that push comes in, you're not going to be able to defend, and it's just up to Secret if they want to wait. And right now, that's a double damage on their gyrocopter.
Oh my god. 1,100 damage on the gyro. Hide. Hide in your base. Telescope found as well, and that's not really very useful at this point into the game, I don't believe. That gives you an aura of lowering scan cooldown by 50%, increasing attack and cast range of all allies in a 1,200 unit radius, and that'll be 125 bonus attack range and a cast range.
Isn't bad for example, a gyrocopter, but it's also not enough to dedicate a slot to that right now. He has a Helm of the Undying and a sheep stick. He's swapping it in now.
Yeah, it's also the Pupil's Gift. I mean, it's basically an Aether Lens anyway, so you could swap that out. I mean, it's half effectiveness, but when it's to your whole team, I think you take it. But now he's got crazy range. Wow, Soulbind. That's like a whole screen Soulbind.
Oh yeah, that's gonna make things even worse for Alliance.
Certainly is. Alliance holding in their base. How long can they hold for? 51 minutes we're at now. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be lasting that much longer.
Well, Alliance has one thing to aim for right now, which didn't exist previously, which is trying to get some of those crazy tier 5 items.
Okay, well, it's a long way off, and I'm not sure they'd be allowed out of their base to go and get them, but you're right, it is an option. However, that's going to be 20 minutes down the line.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do a lot of things.
No.
So, might as well try and do something. Like, what other options are there? I'm thinking that a Hex on anyone would be a very solid investment. Meanwhile, the Morphling he's saving up for his tank of his own.
Where's that Prince's Knife? Oh, it's on Chen. I mean, that's nearly a Hex, right?
That is nearly a Hex, yes. Like, the problem with the Prince's Knife is with a lot of other items is that it provides no stats for a really interesting passive. So it's very hard to justify putting it on a core when slots are worth so much in the late game.
Nope. Bye, Courier. That's gonna be a medallion of evasion. That's Hanskins actually. Is he going for? Yeah. Okay. Heaven's Halberd on Hanskin no longer available. Not for 3 minutes at least.
Very unfortunate. That would have been a great pickup against the gyrocopter earlier already. Second Hex for Secret. And Secret can just wait it out really, like, everyone can see that they have the power to, you know, just end it right now. But going up that high ground is always risky, and they just don't have to. They can literally wait until Alliance makes a mistake, because there's no way that Alliance is going to outscale them. In that regard, the game state is the same as it was 20 minutes ago. Secret's not going to do anything with risk, and right now they got the big anti-risk man himself, Roshan.
Oh, hey there, buddy. Yeah, get those neutral items out of your inventory and make room for that Aegis. And that's a Refresher, and that's an Aghanim's Blessing as well. A lot of booty on this Roshan. And, alright, Dark Portrait, why not? Grab yourself an extra Morphling?
Yeah, exactly. Dark Portrait is actually a very interesting ability in that it's an anti-carry kind of item. I've seen OG use it at least once to really lengthen the lifespan of a lineup that should have lost at like when it got past 35 minutes.
It does a decent amount. I still don't think it's worth it as generally speaking. There's just so many things which cost less and do more. They're coming on to Limp right now. Limp's in some real trouble. He's just vaporized. He does have the buyback, however, but Secret are coming into the base right now. The double rapiers going to work. The 1,000 damage gyrocopter tapping on your tier 4s. What can you do about Alliance? What is your answer? Is there anything? They'll punch him up into the air. They'll try and take him down, but he turns around despite being disarmed. He's got the BKB. They're focusing on the backlines, though. Limp trying to find the kill onto Puppy, though. Oh my god, Nico, baby. Turning up to the spike. The Cataclysm coming down. Nico's just searching for extras on the backlines. Martu, though, he finds himself alone with the Ancient. There's Handskin. Bring him down real quick. Come close and they shall die. Limp gonna die for a second time. Buyback on everybody else from Alliance. They're gonna be fighting without Limp, but the damage is coming out onto Martu. Martu's getting low. He tries to use Satanic, but it's not enough. They bring him down once. They've got a chance to get these rapiers into their hands. Nico hiding in the corner. Hexed up, though. He's being beaten into the ground. He has no buyback for another minute. They need to keep him alive somehow, and the punch is gonna try and help him do it, but no, he's dead. The hope is gone. Alliance will lose. Secret, they take the series 2-0. Wasn't easy, but in 55 minutes, it will happen.
Alliance really gotta be punching themselves about going for those tier 4s instead of trying to grab another Rex there. They had a definite advantage in this game. I just think they sort of missed their window in the end.
There were some small mistakes, and there were some bigger ones as well. Plenty of Alliance to look back on here, and thankfully for them, there isn't that much of a consequence for losing this series. However, it's got to feel pretty bad. Team Secret, though, delivering a stellar performance there to come back into that one. I mean, just look at this graph. It was so backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And then you thought Alliance had it. I really did. I mean, Nico Baby Morphling, I know not to doubt it, but
Oh, yeah.
I know even better never to doubt Team Secret when they're behind, because they just have the tenacity to always come back and beat back down against all odds. A fantastic game there.
Yeah, I mean, you heard me. I was convinced that this Gyra couldn't actually outcarry in the end. And, well, not unless you buy rapiers. And Matu, just with one rapier in each hand, striding down the mid lane, says, guess who's your carry now? And I gotta say, that's just winning a game in style. I can never object against people buying multiple rapiers.
Yeah, it's a pretty stylish move from Martu, but I mean, you'll always outcarry if you've got two rapiers. I think that's what I've learned from this game anyway. So good luck if you're playing pubs with me. Alrighty, I think that's going to just about put an end to today's games. There will be some tiebreakers being played, but I'm sure there's going to be other casters around covering those ones, but my time is over. 10 games in a row. It's been thanks. Thank you to Milan for taking me through the morning, and then to Misery for the middle game, and then for Kits for joining me very last minute for the last two series of the day. It was a ton of fun. I don't know what's coming up in the next few days. I'll probably be casting something at some point, but for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm very excited to watch the rest of these qualifier games. If you enjoyed the cast, please do throw us a follow on Twitter. I'll put those in the chat. And of course, any feedback is welcomed. We'll say goodbye. Kips, any last words?
Thank you for having me, and let's see what comes up in the rest of these qualifiers. If it's anything like these games that I've seen today, then it's going to be hype.
Absolutely agree. One last thing. What was Matu's actual end damage in that game? Yes, 80,000 hero damage. Very cool. Alrighty. On that note, we are going to say goodbye. Thank you so much.
Baby had 100,000.
Oh, did
Sorry
he?
to interrupt you
Whoa.
there. But
Yeah, no, that's a good
yes.
interruption. I didn't even think of checking that one. Damage dealt. Hero? 100,000? Oh, no, he had 100,000 damage received.
Oh, received. Excuse me.
Which is
Oh,
also
look,
kind of
wrong stat.
impressive, to be fair. 100,000 damage and hits taken. Bloody hell. Anyway, we are now going to say goodbye, this time for real. And yeah, continue watching. This has been the Dream League Season 13 Leipzig Qualifiers. The playoffs will be starting tomorrow. Some tiebreakers coming up today. But we're going to say goodbye. And thank you so much for watching.